Have you ever wondered why some people earn twice as much as you, yet somehow end every month with empty bank accounts, and why others, who don't seem much smarter, quietly build wealth year after year? Here's the strange part. It's usually not about intelligence. It's not about working harder. And, surprisingly, it's not even about how much money you make. The biggest difference is something most of us never learn: the psychology of money. Imagine two people, both earn the exact same salary. Both live in the same city. Both pay similar bills. 5 years later, one has savings, investments, peace of mind, and financial freedom slowly becoming reality. The other is drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, constantly stressed. What happened? Not luck, not talent, not secret investment strategies. They simply made thousands of tiny decisions that pushed them toward completely different lives. Because money doesn't just live in your bank account, it lives in your mind. And until you understand how your mind works, money will always feel like something that slips through your fingers. Let's start with something almost everyone has experienced. You get paid. For a brief moment, everything feels possible. You promise yourself, this month will be different. You'll save more, spend less, be responsible. But then, a coffee here, food delivery there, a few online purchases, a subscription you forgot about, a birthday gift, a weekend out, then an unexpected expense, and suddenly, it's the last week of the month. You open your banking app and wonder, where did all my money go? If this sounds familiar, you're not bad with money. You're human. Our brains weren't designed for online shopping. Flash sales, one-click payments, or endless advertisements competing for our attention. They were designed to survive, which means they naturally prefer rewards today instead of bigger rewards tomorrow. Think about it. Imagine someone offers you two choices: $50 right now, or $100 1 year from today. Many people instinctively choose the first option, not because it's the better financial decision, but because our brains love immediate rewards. Psychologists call this present bias. In simple words, we value today's pleasure more than tomorrow's security, and companies know this better than anyone. That's why online stores use countdown timers. Only 2 left. Sale ends tonight. Limited offer. These messages aren't just informing you, they're creating urgency, because when your emotions take control, logic quietly leaves the room. Now think about the last thing you bought on impulse. Did you really need it? Or did you simply want the feeling of buying something new? Here's something interesting. Most purchases aren't really about the object. They're about emotion, stress, boredom, loneliness, celebration, reward. Shopping often becomes emotional medicine. The problem is, the feeling disappears much faster than the credit card bill. This is where many people misunderstand wealth. They believe rich people spend more because they have more money. But many financially successful people do something completely different. They delay pleasure, not forever, just long enough to let their money grow before spending it. It's a simple idea, but incredibly difficult because patience rarely feels exciting. Imagine planting a tree. The next morning, you dig it up to check if it's growing. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Yet many people treat money exactly like that. They save a little, then spend it. Start investing, then panic, build a budget, then abandon it after one difficult month. Real wealth grows quietly, almost invisibly, at first. It looks like nothing is happening until one day, everything changes. Another powerful trap is comparison. You see someone's vacation online, a new car, luxury clothes, a beautiful apartment, and suddenly, your own life feels smaller. But social media rarely shows the loans, the credit card debt, the financial anxiety, or the sleepless nights behind those pictures. You're comparing your everyday life to someone else's highlight reel. That's a game nobody wins. One of the biggest financial mistakes is spending money to impress people who aren't paying your bills. Think about that for a second. Many expensive purchases aren't really for us. They're for other people's opinions. A nicer phone than we need, a more expensive car than we can comfortably afford. Designer brands, bought mostly for recognition. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to think about yours. Real financial confidence is quiet. It doesn't need to prove anything. It doesn't need applause. It grows in private, one saved dollar, one smart decision, 1 month at a time. Now, let's talk about something even more important. Your habits. Imagine your financial life as a ship. Big decisions matter, but tiny daily habits are the steering wheel. Buying one unnecessary coffee won't make you poor. Skipping one investment won't ruin your future. But repeating those choices hundreds or thousands of times can completely change where your life ends up. Success with money isn't usually dramatic. It's surprisingly boring. Saving consistently, avoiding unnecessary debt, living slightly below your means, investing patiently, repeating simple actions. Long after the excitement disappears, people often search for the perfect investment, the perfect budget, the perfect side hustle. But perfection isn't what builds wealth. Consistency does. A simple plan, followed for years, will almost always beat an amazing plan that lasts only 2 weeks. So, what can you do today? Start small, tonight, before you go to sleep. Open your banking app, not to judge yourself, not to feel guilty. Just observe. Where did your money actually go? What purchases made your life genuinely better? And which ones were simply emotional reactions? Awareness always comes before change. Remember, money is never just math. It's behavior, it's emotion, it's patience, it's habits. And once you understand that, everything begins to change. Not overnight, but one decision at a time. The people who quietly build wealth usually aren't the luckiest or the smartest. They're simply the ones who learn to master themselves before trying to master money. And maybe that's the biggest financial lesson of all. The greatest investment you'll ever make isn't in stocks or real estate or cryptocurrency. It's in understanding the person who makes every financial decision, you. Because once you change your mind, your money often follows. But here's a question worth thinking about. If psychology controls how we spend money, then what actually happens? When debt begins controlling our psychology, that question may completely change the way you see credit cards. Loans and financial freedom. We'll explore that next.